Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and it's another disappointing day at the office for Diego Simeone and Atletico Madrid, as they have ended up drawing their game against Deportivo Alaves 1-1. What a start it is for Atletico Madrid. I don't know where to start, if I'm being very honest with you. I mean, it's the third game in a row where they have failed to win, 2 draws and a defeat at the start of the season, and it was as disappointing of a performance as you could have imagined. Going away to Alaves, I mean, everybody sort of expected they were going to get the job done. I mean, even though their first 2 performances have not been good, you expect, Atletico Madrid to get something out of this game. And they started the game really well. It's not like, they really did not start the game. They get the lead early on inside, the first 10 minutes. Geraldo Simeone scores a good goal, and they go ahead and they take the lead. And then basically it's 1-0 up, Atletico Madrid being 1-0 up, and you expect Diego Simeone's team to defend it quite easily. You don't really expect Alaves to go ahead and score, and I really don't think they would have been able to score a goal from open play, but they give away a stupid penalty. Dobik makes the tackle in the box, up steps Carlos Vicente, and he slots it past the goalkeeper. Great penalty, to be very honest. Amazing penalty. Makes it 1-1. And then it became a defensive job for Alaves, and you have to give props to the Alaves crowd. You have to give props to the management and the players, the way that they stepped up to defend those that one goal equal, to make sure that they don't concede. After that, it was really good. They put their bodies on the line, making last ditch tackles. I mean, it was a really well worked play. It felt like Simeone being Simeone. They defended like Atletico Madrid, and Atletico, they made frustrated the hell out of Atletico Madrid. They made sure that Atletico Madrid were not really able to create as many chances as possible. I mean, they made sure that they are not really able to take shots at the goal as well, and that is a big like a great thing for a club like Alaves to do against a team like Atletico Madrid, because of the firepower they had. I mean, they came close quite a lot, Atletico Madrid. It was, but I would say, if I like their performance was not that good. I mean, it was a poor performance, and despite all of that, they managed to create about 5 or 6 good chances, but they were not really able to finish them off. I mean, they were not clinical enough. I would not say that all of them were really good chances. There were some half-hearted attempts as well. Dobik came close a couple of times. Griezmann, I think, hit the post as well. But there was not really that much a threat towards Alaves goal. I mean, they had the possession, and they were just not really able to break Alaves down, and this is quite concerning if you are Diego Simeone and if you are Atletico Madrid, that you are not really able to break down a team. And as I say, they got Diego Simeone got Simeone in that game, because at the way that Alaves set up, the way they defended, the bodies on the line, keeping everybody behind the ball and trying to hit them on the counter attack, and they came close a couple of times where they could have ended up scoring the goal and put on Atletico Madrid under more misery, but somehow they were not really able to, because the main job for Alaves in that game was, especially after going behind and equalizing, it was to make sure that they don't concede any more goals. It was to make sure that you frustrate Atletico Madrid as much as you can, and don't concede any other goal, and that's what they did. I mean, they did their part. You cannot go ahead and question Alaves that why you did not go ahead and try to attack Atletico Madrid. That is not their job. This was on Atletico's part. They had to go ahead and do it. They were, it's on them to break down at Alaves, because of the players that they have, the talent that they have. They should be beating Alaves every single day, but they were not really able to do, and it has happened since the start of the season. They are not really able to play good football. You expect that from a Simeone side. You don't expect a free-flowing football, attacking football. But what happened last season, at the end of the last season, they played really good football, and the signings that they have made, it just felt like this might be the year where Atletico might go ahead and do something really special. But the start of the season, it has been horrendous. I mean, 2 draws and a defeat, and they have not really played anyone big. Like, they have not even, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think they have even played any one of those top 8 or top 10 teams from last year. So it's basically the bottom half teams till now that they have played, and they have not been able to get a win. I mean, it is ridiculous. Let's be very honest. It is quite deafening if you are Diego Simeone, there were protests last year already that people, the fans of Atletico Madrid were not really happy with him. They wanted him gone, but he stayed on. Again, they splashed a good amount of money for him to sign the players, and he got everything he wanted. But it is not the start that the fans would have wanted. The international break would have come at the perfect time for Atletico Madrid, because Simeone needs to regroup, and he needs to get his thinking in order. He needs to get his plans in order, because if this carry on, it is going to end up being a troublesome season, because you have teams like Villarreal who have had an amazing start and who have a good enough score that I think are going to again compete for those Champions League places. You have teams like Betis, you have teams like Athletic clubs, so they are ready. If they continue playing like that, they might get out of the top four. Forget about challenging for the title, which Atletico Madrid really want to do. That is their aim. They want to go ahead and win the La Liga title. But if they keep on playing like that, and if they keep on performing like that, I don't think that is ever going to become a reality. I mean, I could not, if I was an Alaves fan, I would not have been scared from Atletico Madrid, because I just did not believe that they were going to go ahead and score against me. That's how poor they were. I mean, they did not do anything. And as you said, they came, they one or two chances. It can happen with anybody. I mean, Alaves, I no disrespect to Alaves, I keep on saying that, but even Alaves had a couple of good chances. So for Atletico Madrid to have a game like that, and it is not, one of, as I say, first three games of the season or similar performances, dreadful performances, and the scrutiny for Diego Simeone is starting. He's under the questions are going to be asked for him and for Atletico Madrid, because this is not what the Atleti fans expected from them. Alaves, on the other hand, I mean, full credit to them. They defended really, really well. They went back, they got a chance from that penalty, and they took it, and then they defended for their lives. They get that important point. I mean, at the moment they are, they are 4 points, they're 2 points ahead of Atletico Madrid. So their start has been better than Atleti. So they would not really mind. It's a great performance against a team who is supposed to be challenging for the title, and basically make them like a scaredy cat. Like, they are not really able to do anything. They're just passing sideways. They're not really able to break into you, break you down. They're not really able to penetrate you. It was a really, really good defensive performance from Alaves, and they should be really proud. Let's be very honest, nobody really expects Alaves to go ahead and challenge for the title or European places, but performances like this, it gives the fans a great lift, and the players a great lift as well, that they make sure that the other teams struggle, especially at home. They need to get points if they want to have a good enough respectable finish this year as well. And I think this is a very, very a great performance from Alaves. But Atleti need to buckle up, and they need to start performing after the international break. Otherwise, it could turn out to be a really, really bad year for them. That is it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.